Hey beautiful people, how are you? My name is Connor McMillan and you're watching Self-Healing, and today we are talking about the most ideal diet for self-healing, for self-love, for your therapeutic practice. There's a lot of different ideas about what we need to be fueling up with, what we need in our systems to take care of our physiological being. And I think what gets lost and what gets forgotten is that not every diet is perfect for every human being, and not every diet today is going to be the best diet for us tomorrow or the best diet for us yesterday. Our minds, our bodies, and our emotional world are constantly evolving, constantly changing. And what's working today for someone else is probably not going to work and align with you today or tomorrow or yesterday. So to keep this in mind, there is one thing that is always going to be a good approach to diet, to fueling your body with foods. And that is a diet that is going to allow you to feel low stress. So why do I say low stress versus no stress? Well, a no stress situation or environment is actually not what we're looking to attain in our growth process. We need a little bit of stress in order to actually promote growth. And we can see this in muscle growth, for instance. You need to stress the muscles a little bit in order for them to grow. If you don't stress the muscles at all, they will atrophy. And if you overstress them, you'll get tears, you'll get issues that you won't be able to repair very easily. So you'll do some damage, you'll have some trauma. So we're looking to, in our most ideal kind of state, not to have no stress, but to have low stress. And that goes along with what you're eating as well. So a diet that you have in mind as your most ideal, most perfect diet that you want to get on board with. One reason that some people are not getting on board with that, and this might be the case for you, is that it's causing actually too much stress to try and do that. So you might have an idea that, let's just say 100% raw food is the way to go. You really want to do that. And you just can't quite get it. You can't quite grasp it. You have maybe a day here or there, or maybe a week or maybe a month, but you always return to some other foods that you're feeling like are less than ideal. The reason, in my opinion, that that is happening is that although it may be an ideal diet for parts of you, and that might be physiologically as well, like physiologically in your physical form, your actual mechanisms of your body, that the ideal diet might be perfect. There's a whole lot of other stuff going on that is part of your overall system that doesn't find that diet perfect, and that needs some other foods that will allow it to feel taken care of. Maybe it's out of comfort, maybe it's out of some other reasons that are not quite understood in our conscious mind, but are very necessary and as important as our physical body and the needs for that part of our system. So does that mean that we want to just eat whatever and just focus on the things that are going to cause absolutely no stress in our bodies and in our hearts and in our minds? And does that mean that we can just binge out on Twinkies and ice cream and this kind of stuff? Well, if we think about that, realistically, we have the same issue that sometimes comes up with reaching for our most ideal form of a diet that only parts of us agree with. There's only parts of us that want that other diet, that other regimen of eating ice cream and Twinkies, or whatever it is for you. For me, it was more like salty foods like sea salt and vinegar potato chips. That was my steez. Or like French fries. I loved French fries. I still like French fries, actually. So there's parts of us that maybe we're thinking, oh, well, I want to keep my stress low, and so I'm just going to eat a whole bunch of ice cream and that kind of thing, and that's how I'll keep my low stress diet intact. But in fact, there are parts of you that want the complete opposite, and your physical form is probably one of those parts that is not going to have a low stress reaction to eating a whole lot of foods that don't align with health for that part of your system. So a diet on either end of the spectrum is probably going to produce parts of us that are not aligned and don't feel taken care of. Now, that's not to say that an extreme diet isn't going to be attainable for you. The most ideal, beautiful life that you can imagine is attainable. And the first step is to imagine it. And the second one is to believe that you can have it. So this video is not to say if you're looking for, say, 100% raw food diet, that it's just going to be too stressful for you and you're going to have to retain some of your other less than ideal diet. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is let's pay attention to our stress levels along the way of changing our diet. And along the way to finding our most ideal life, let's pay very close attention to our stress levels. Because what we're looking for most often in these changes that we're looking to gain, when we're looking to reach towards our most ideal life, what we're looking for ultimately is to have a low stress life, is to have a happy life. And so if we are just reaching for these goals, and we're forgetting about how we're feeling right now, or we're ignoring how we're feeling right now, we're not paying attention to actually living in that low stress, happy life that we're looking to attain by reaching for the goals, then even if we get the goals, we're still not going to have the practice and the learned experiential understanding of attaining and being content with a low stress, happy existence. So some of you may have been tuning into this video in order to see some specifics about what is a healthy diet. What is the best diet, practically speaking, to have self-healing, to really get into a state of self-healing that's going to be the best for you. And I don't have that answer specifically for you, but you do. You actually have that answer. You know what the best diet is for you. And even if you don't know it consciously, your system knows it. And that's what this channel is really all about. It's not about telling you how to do things. It's about letting you know that you have the answers to tell yourself how to do things. Diet is no different. It's absolutely no different, and it is going to change for you. I think what I can offer is that a beautiful balance between the diet that you know takes care of you emotionally, maybe with comfort or with other things, and the diet that you really want to try to get. The diet that is out there right now, maybe for you, that you feel like is the most ideal. Paying attention to the reasons for both of those diets and what makes them important to different parts of your system, and then kind of negotiating and finding some middle ground so that as you go forward in your journey and you reach for and you get closer to these ideals, whether it's diet or in any other area of your life, that you're not abandoning, striking down, shaming, or hiding these other parts of your system that find this other area of life, in this case diet, really important to them, and that they have the chance and the opportunity to come with you in that change into the more ideal and healthy place. And the way that we do that is through love. And love, as you know, is synonymous with health. That's what we're talking about on this channel. So loving your system into health, it will happen organically, naturally. And the answers you're looking for around diet will unfold for you as you see fit. So much love to you. Thanks so much for watching. Much love. We will check in next time. Bye-bye.